You out there, everyone. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, blessed, joyful day. Hope you all having a wonderful, blessed, joyful life, safe and healthy out there, all that and all as well. Tonight, we talking about the Monday Night Football game between the Seattle Seahawks at the Washington Football Team. So pretty much, Washington Football Team has caught fire lately with quarterback Taylor Heinicke, who's caught fire his play in the last two games against the Carolina Panthers, and the Washington Football Team has been good. Defense has played well enough to get through those games. They're all without two of the key players in this very on paper at the beginning of the season what looked like one of the best defensive lines in all in the NFL. Without two of the key pieces of Montez Sweat and Chase Young, they're both out on IR. And then we talk about the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks have gone cold in the absence of Russell Wilson, who was out for a while with a finger injury. He's now back, and since he's been back, they remain cold. So this is about a bit concerning between that with both teams. Obviously, also we told Seattle Seahawks the offensive line was already questionable without starting left guard Damien Lewis tonight. So already questionable offensive line, which now has injuries to not only starting left guard, but its depth, this backup players, and its lineups that's also injured. So that's a big concern for tonight against Washington Football Team's defense, which still has a very good pass rush. So pretty much tonight's game pretty much is a tug of war between which one's going to give more. Will Russell Wilson's cold play in the Seattle Seahawks cold streak end tonight, or will Tyler Heinicke's hot streak and good play as of late in the last 2 weeks end tonight? So that's pretty much our storyline for tonight's game. Now, my take on the game is I think Russell Wilson's cold streak ends tonight. I think the Seattle Seahawks get back on the winning side. I think he outplays Tyler Heinicke, and that the Seattle Seahawks win this game on the road by a score of 24-21. So very quickly, we talk about the Seattle Seahawks off fantasy picks. We'll start with the offensive side. I think offensively tonight, the wide receiver duo gets it done. I'm going to go in particular DK Metcalf, the bigger target of the two duo. I think DK Metcalf could have a better production and better matchup success tonight with the cornerbacks of the Washington Football Team, Kyle Fuller and William Jackson. Now, I also think Tyler Lockett could get it going tonight, but I'm going to lean towards DK Metcalf to have a bigger game tonight. We talk about the defense. They are without their starting center in the Washington Football Team, so I think the left defensive tackle, Peona Ford, could get it going tonight. He's my defensive fantasy pick for the Seattle Seahawks. Honorable mention for me is going to be Quandre Diggs. He always seems to be around the ball. I think tonight he could have one of those disruptive games in the secondary for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, talk about the Washington Football Team's fantasy picks. Now, this one, my offensive fantasy pick and honorable mention, unfortunately, are the two players I'm going against on my brother's fantasy team. So this does not go well for me, because if they go off, I end up losing fantasy. So I do think the key is victory, but hopefully don't go off too much. So wide receiver Terry McLaurin of the Washington Football Team, I think he have a big game against this questionable cornerback secondary and the Seattle Seahawks. And then Antonio Gibson, I think he had to have a balanced attack tonight. So I think Antonio Gibson is my honorable mention. I think he could have a good game tonight too. But I'm going to go lean more towards wide receiver Terry McLaurin. Now we talk about the defensive fantasy picks for the Washington Football Team. I'm going to go with Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne. I think both these players have a big game tonight. I'm going to go more Jonathan Allen, because he lines up where the left guard, starting left guard is, that's injured tonight. So I think Jonathan Allen's going to have a bigger game than Daron Payne, but I think both these are going to terrorize and be disruptive up the middle tonight, attacking the offensive line of Seattle Seahawks against Russell Wilson's face. So those are my thoughts for tonight's game. Again, I got the Seattle Seahawks winning this game on the road, 24-21. Get back on the winning side column. Keep doing good in the world. Keep being true to yourself. Hope you all stay safe and healthy out there. Living your best, wonderful, blessed life. Peace and love, guys. Peace.